On every Thursday at 8 p.m. on this YouTube channel. I am your host. I'm Philip Agyapong. You can call me Phil. Welcome back, beloved in Christ. This is the third episode of Time with a Prophet. In this episode, we will talk much about the prophet's growth in his prophetic ministry and how he envisions his ministry in the coming years. My name is Phil, I'm your host, and I have here with me my guest, Prophet Daniel Obeng. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
How is the week treating you?
By God's grace, we are now capacity in praise.
Amazing. Yes, bless God, bless God. In the previous episodes, you shared with us how you started ministry, or even your early days, how it was, and how by grace you encountered Christ, and yes, how everything worked. In this episode, we want to know much about your growth now, yes, and how you envision your ministry in the coming years. So first and foremost, I would want to ask, what is growth to you with respect to ministry? Growth.
Okay. Growth to me with respect to ministry is being able to advance in your abilities with regards to your calling. When you find out what your calling is and you find out how you are growing in that call. Yes, not really numerically with the congregation or something, but your ability to know that I am growing in my dreams. Even tongue speaking, you grow. Okay. Yes, and even tongue speaking, you grow in your tongue speaking, your word study life, your prayer life. That is growth to me. Yes, and not really numerically with the congregation as people will define it.
Yes, so it has to do about the quality and not so much the quantity.
No, really, the quality.
Exactly. So if I may ask, can you say that you see a difference in your prophetic operations now?
Oh yes, vast difference by God's grace.
Yes. So can you elaborate on it? Maybe how is it now as compared to some years ago?
Oh, okay. So now I know that by the grace of God, there are even some prophecies that I deliver through the Spirit of the Lord, and I even get shocked at the end. Yeah. Sometimes when I go back to watch the videos, I get so shocked. Okay. Yes, and the growth. I mean, I would even say in the previous edition, I told you how my first prophecy came about. Exactly. Yeah, it was just the day born being mentioned, and also I shared how that I missed the prophecy. I mentioned the name, and it wasn't the name I mentioned. But with the growth, I have been able to know that this is actually the voice of the Lord, and this is not the voice of the Lord. Because in times of giving prophecy, there are times the devil try to speak to you as well to conflict what God is saying. Okay. So one area of my growth that I can talk about is my ability to differentiate between the voice of God and the voice of the devil. Now, if I see and I know I'm seeing right, it's just what I'm saying. Okay. Yes, it's just what I'm saying. Even there are times the receiver of the prophetic word will try to doubt in a way because he has no idea of what I'm prophesying about, but the womb of time. Okay. So within some time, the person will come back to say, oh wow, what you really said was actually the truth. Yes, I prophesied to a woman that the man she knows as a father is not actually her father. Okay. Yes, and that something had to be done in others. The woman said, no, that's my father. Then she said 3 days later, she was just thinking about the prophecy I keep. She believes in the oil. She's someone who knows me. So she went to the dad in her room. And this is what I have been told. Can you tell me any truth about it? Then the father told her every bit of truth. And the father even spoke to me. He requested that he wants to speak to that man of God. Yes. And the woman is not a kid. She's about 56 years. Wow. Yes. And the man is about 90 years. So for something that could be hidden for 56 years, that the woman never know that this one is my dad, it's not my biological dad. Yes. So that is how I have seen this by the grace of God. And I seek to grow more. Yes, prophet.
So apart from the prophetic ministry, can you say you also function in another field of ministry? Or is it strictly the prophetic?
No, my teaching ministry, I don't joke with it. Okay. Yes, my teaching ministry, I don't joke with it at all. And everyone who has followed me knows how well I want to take time to teach the Bible. And I think that is my primary calling. Yeah, to me, the prophetic is my secondary calling. Yes, the teaching is my primary calling because before I prophesied, I was teaching.
Okay.
Yes. And before I prophesied, I earnestly desired the grace to teach the word of the Lord, to preach so that it will touch souls and hearts will understand. Okay. So that is my primary calling. And that is even what I had been praying for, the grace to teach and preach the word in truth and in spirit. So the prophetic is actually not something I really pray for or something. Yeah, okay. So the teaching grace is also there by the mercies of the Lord.
Okay. So let me ask this. Do you think it's a transition from the teaching grace to the prophetic, or the prophetic was there but just awaiting a certain appointed time for its manifestation?
Okay, to me, I think growing up, I have come to teach very well. Yes, that is one thing our dear prophets are not getting. That they think once you have the prophetic grace, you not being able to preach is normal. And some people are carrying that mindset that prophets don't know how to preach. Yes, prophets don't know how to preach.
That is a misconception.
It's a misconception. Okay. And it's like some of the prophets has not really understood the revelation part of the prophetic. Okay. So now, if God is able to reveal something that is hidden, then the same way when you read the scriptures, there is a revelation beyond what you read that will come. Okay. So prophecy must first begin with scriptures. Your ability to capture revelations in the word of the Lord. Yes. So to me, every good teacher of the word is a prophet. Wow. Yes. And every prophet must be a teacher of the word to me. Because once God has the ability to, or once God has given you the gift to know more to that which is happening. You know, the prophetic is about knowing more to what is happening. So if I'm prophesying to you, Phil, I'll prophesy to you about what you know and go ahead to prophesy to you about what you don't know. Sure. So I am indirectly saying, I am telling you more to what you know. You get it? I wouldn't use you for an example, but let's say somebody stands in front of me. Then I say, who is Mercy? They say, I'm Mercy. Then I said, I want to pray for you because this and that is in your tomorrow. Okay. The mercy is something she knows. But what is in her tomorrow is what she doesn't know. So prophecy always brings more to what we know or see. Okay. So now if you have the grace to prophesy, the same way in scriptures, you must have the revelation part of scriptures.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Wow. That is very insightful. So, Prophet, let me ask. You see, people, we have prophets.
Yeah.
And sometimes others may tag themselves as maybe a teaching prophet or maybe a kind of a specific prophet. Okay. Do you think yours is a teaching prophet or there is no diversity to that?
Yes, I don't want to bring in diversity to that. I just want to say that that is my calling by the grace of God I'm operating with. If anyone will see me as a teaching prophet, maybe by what they have experienced, but I cannot say that.
Yes. Amazing. Let me ask, so in this your prophetic journey, and I know you've grown just as you explained, and you are still growing. Can you share with us a challenge or let's say challenges you have encountered, not in the past but present,
Challenges in relation
to the prophetic ministry? Yes.
Okay, one of the challenges is that sometimes you go to a place and you know how a young guy appear.
Sure.
Yeah, so sometimes you go to a place and it just when you are introduced, people are already thinking this is one of those prophets. And it pains a lot looking at the time you spent in your secret place, how that you are always careful about walking right in God, and people will just tag you by something because of what is known to the public about prophet. So that's one challenge. How it takes time for people to accept the ministry. So it takes time. So even with the prophetic in my church, I'm facing challenges because of the prophetic grace. Yes, because it takes time for people to accept. Sometimes it takes those who have encountered to defend. You get it? Somebody will be far off and will never believe in whatever you are doing. So I take someone who has encountered this to know that this one is actually true. And the problem is they do not take time to discern. It's not a big thing to know whether a man is from God or not. Okay. Just a simple discernment and wisdom you must know. So one of the challenges is sometimes you get to a place and because of what people are doing or people have done with the title, you are even afraid or you don't feel comfortable being involved with that title. Yes. So that is one challenge. And secondly, another challenge is there is no relaxation for you. You can't relax. The prophetic grace comes with attacks, comes with battles, comes with all kinds of pressure, even from men. Yes, all kinds of pressure from men. So it's also a challenge. I mean, you just can't say you just want to do your normal self for hours or for days. No. Okay. You are here conversing, having chats with friends and others. The next minute, the next hour, something will dawn into your spiritual life as a spiritual man. So when as a spiritual man, I really understand and I accept it as my calling. But the normal is like there is a little discomfort in it. Okay. Because a teacher can study the word to teach when he is ready. But as a prophet, every time can be a spiritual time for you, depending on what the atmosphere is bringing.
Yes. Wow. I really love that. So you made mention of your secret place.
Yeah.
And right now you've talked about atmosphere.
Yeah.
Let me first ask something about your secret place. Okay. You see, generally, if everybody or if every believer wants to grow, I think the contributing factor has to do with consistent prayer and the study of the word.
Yeah.
When it comes to a man in the prophetic ministry, does it go beyond it?
Does it go beyond it? Like
it goes beyond prayer and studying of the word to something else.
Oh, okay. I think I'm getting you.
Yes.
It doesn't really go beyond it, but your prayers must go beyond the way others are praying.
Okay.
Because some people are praying for themselves. But for you, you are praying for yourself. The prophecy you give yesterday, the prophecy you give tomorrow, the demons that attack you because of the prophecy you give. So your prayer life cannot be as normal as like a normal Christian. Yeah, you must go beyond and be sensitive to the spirit. I don't want to bring in because that is something you get to as a result of praying more. Okay. Yes. As you get more connected to the spirit, there are times the spirit will help you with a spiritual direction. Spiritual directions that will help ease you. Okay. I tell you, if a prophet does not have keys to certain directions, he is not eased at all. Okay. There are certain things you will pray and pray and pray and pray, but just one simple direction from the divine spirit of God will help you ease the stress of praying over and over and over. So there are times one direction from your secret place, you do it and you know that things happen.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so thank you for that insight. Let me come to the atmosphere. You made mention of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Does an atmosphere ginger the prophetic operation?
entirely depends on atmosphere.
Oh, okay.
I tell you.
Oh, okay.
Entirely.
Wow. So share with us, in what kind of atmosphere does the prophetic become very kindled, like very inflammable?
A good atmosphere of worship.
Okay.
A good atmosphere of prayer and the word. I tell you, if you enter into a service prepared as a prophet, good worship, good prayer time, good word preached, you can prophesy. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Maybe that is to me alone, but that is what I have come to know. That's why I do not mind. How do I do it? I'm not very good at singing. I'm not good at singing. That is why I don't mind paying people who are spiritual to come and minister for me. Exactly. In the service. Because they contribute to the atmosphere you want to create. So an atmosphere of worship, an atmosphere of prayer, an atmosphere of the word state. Yeah. I'm not saying everyone should do this, but one common practice with me is every night when I'm sleeping, worship songs must be arranged from the night to the morning time. Even when I am asleep, the atmosphere must be created around. Yeah.
You know, I'm forced to ask you a question.
Okay.
That's how is your day entirely within a day? How is it like? How is it organized? Because, like, looking at what you are sharing with us, it seems that everything is absolutely spiritual within the day.
Not absolutely, but more.
More.
Yeah, because there are even times I'm going out to do something, and on your way, there will be a feeling, there will be a vision, and I have to quickly rush over. Okay. Yeah. So that is it. So my day, I mean, I can live a normal life. Sometimes I even have the time. I go out to play football.
Yes.
Yeah, I live a normal life. I know how to play football. Just I don't get the time to play often. Okay. The whole year, I think I've played it once or twice. Okay. But that is something I really love to do. Sure. Yeah. So my day is just a normal person, but you know what is needed first.
Exactly. Exactly. So in fact, this conversation is getting much interesting. I want to know this. You sometimes talk about the default state.
Yeah.
Yes. Assuming, I'm creating a scenario. Assuming you are in your default state, and even just as you cited an example, you are going out to buy something, and all of a sudden the Spirit of the Lord drops something in your spirit.
Yeah.
Now, what is the difference in this default state, hearing from? Is it like you will hear it in a mild way, which you would need to pray more or be in an atmosphere of worship to get a deeper revelation? Or once the Spirit speaks, you just grab everything? I don't know if you
understand it. So in my default state, when the Lord speaks to me, sometimes it is crucial, critical, emergency, or something that needs to be done urgently. Okay. Yes. Other than that, in my default state, if I hear something or something drops within my spirit, I have to take time and pray more into it to know the details of whatever the Spirit. Okay. So in my default state, I would say that it is by the mercies of the Lord to let us know. Revelations 1:10 says, I was in the Spirit and the Lord spoke and I heard. Sure. So the difference is that in your default state, God can reveal to you that which He wants to deliver you from or deliver someone from by His mercy. But in a created atmosphere, you can desire to see something about a situation and you will. Okay. I don't know if you get the difference. Okay. So in my default state, it is what the Lord wants to reveal to me. Okay. In my atmosphere of prayer and worship, I can inquire from God what I want to know. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, because I had wanted to ask that question. Yeah. That some prophets do say
If I want to know, I can know.
Yeah.
Yes. So I wanted to ask if it's that with you, or it has to solely do with God speaking to you.
It is so, but we don't have to say it to sound arrogant.
Okay.
That if I want to know, I will. Okay, God is the revealer. What if He doesn't?
Okay.
And there are instances that you go to God in prayer about something and you don't know anything about it. So it is not of Him that will it. So we don't have to use that phrase to sound arrogant.
Okay.
But let us always humbly say that I will inquire of the Lord, and I believe the Lord will speak. Yes. So when I go to my phone and my book right now, I have a book that I call the Book of Yada. On my phone and in the Book of Yada, I have people inquiring about situations, and I have written them down. I take them to prayer. I bring them responsible down. Yeah. And I even encourage people to do that.
Okay.
Because in this dangerous and wicked world, you don't just take decisions by what you feel or what you have been told or what you feel is right. But we need to inquire of the Lord. Yes, we need to inquire of the Lord. So I even encourage my people to do that. It brings too much trouble, but I am going for this. When I'm dead and gone, I know that I will come.
Exactly. Beautiful. So let me think at this. So you encourage your people to do same.
Yeah, I encourage them that make prophetic advice, especially this year 2025. One of the prophetic words that God gives me, that it is a year that people will take decisions and will regret. So I encourage them, those who do that in the ministry, I encourage them that make prophetic advice, especially with things that much have to be invested in it. Okay. Things that are related to destiny, marriage, business, where to stay. Make prophetic advice.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I want to ask, can anyone prophesy?
Yes. Yes. There are levels to which we prophesy. Okay, you get it. But generally, everyone can prophesy. Because there are people who desire the gifts of the prophetic and they are able to prophesy. Okay. Number two, there are people who are not even prophets and can prophesy. Okay. Psalm 25 verse 14. The Lord reveals secrets. It's the secrets of the Lord are revealed to those that fear Him. You get it? So if the Lord has revealed a secret to you and you declare it, it's a prophecy. So it doesn't even take prophets alone to prophesy. So everyone can prophesy. There are the born prophets that they are born with it. There are people who desire to prophesy and they prophesy. Yes, and there are people who receive it as a gift. A gift is something that someone gives out of his willingness to you. But desire is what you request for. You get it? So everyone can prophesy.
So let me quickly ask, in what category do you find yourself?
I don't feel comfortable sharing. Yes. But I think I still don't really know. So I don't want to say to sound arrogant, because in as much as I'm concerned, the only part is I didn't really desire. Okay. Yes, I didn't really desire the prophetic, but I know I received it as a gift. And I know that I've been told that before my birth there was a prophecy. Okay. So I'm not in a good position to classify whether I received it as a gift or I was born with it, because it was a prophecy before my birth that I know that was about.
Prophet, give us this clarity. What is the difference between someone having the gift of prophecy and someone
having the gift?
Yes, and someone in the office.
In the office. Okay, so someone in the office, if he does his things right, doesn't struggle to grow. Okay. But if you have the gift has to be polished, and you need to take time and be intentional to do it well. Okay.
That means the one in the office, he does things with ease.
With ease, quite with ease.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so Prophet, let me ask, maybe someone is listening to us and the person finds himself to be a prophet. He knows. Just give us some few guidelines for that person, someone either he desiring to be a prophet or has found his calling to be in the prophetic ministry?
Be a spiritual man.
Okay.
Carry the right mindset. Right mindset simply means there are some people, they think the prophetic is what builds a church. They think the prophetic is what brings wealth. They think the prophetic, I'm not wealthy, I've been prophesying for years, I'm not wealthy. So people think once you get that grace, you will be able to accumulate on amass wealth and others. With this kind of mindset, it will take you a long time to get into, because you are not carrying the right mindset. There are some people, they sincerely desire the prophetic grace to be a blessing to people, to be a blessing to their world. Get it? So carry the right mindset. Okay. Yes, be a spiritual person and be humble. Because one of the easiest ways that the devil steals prophets is the spirit of arrogance. Prophets are not really arrogant as some people see it, though. But it's the commonest way the devil steals prophets. Because sometimes the prophetic must be good enough. Prophetic it deals with boldness. You can be calm but still be bold. Be bold to say it as it is. In my ministry, there are times that boldness, because of boldness, I made people nearly fall in, for example. Yes. Recently, let me share this. Someone told me about something that she was traveling to Accra to do. And then for the first time, she told me something about it in a different way. I prayed, I had to stop her. The second time I prayed, I had to stop her. And the third time, in relation to the same issue, I prayed again and I had to stop her. Now, I even told Pastor Ben that this is how I'm supposed to say to the lady. I am always stopping her or blocking her. And you know how people easily tricked by others. Hey, be careful of this, your prophet. He doesn't want your well-being. So I was thinking about all these things. Then I told Pastor Ben, this time around, to go, I will tell her the consequences. So that she will know this is the reason I've been stopping her. Now, she went, I said, you can go. Go. I gave her the go ahead to go. But I said, when you go, it's not going to succeed. This and that and that and that will happen. She went and she was nearly kidnapped. Wow. Yes. So she came back to me and said, I now get you. The statement is, I now get you why you always stop me. Meaning she wasn't getting me in the first place. For her to go in this place. But in the latter part, I was also afraid that should it have happened that she was kidnapped, what would have been the end result? So sometimes we need to be good enough to declare as it is the favor of the person or not.
Exactly. Okay, so as we are finalizing everything, I want to ask, what do you anticipate in the coming years for your prophetic ministry?
For my prophetic, and I generally the prophetic ministry.
No, yours.
Mine.
I don't know if you.
I still want to be a blessing to people.
Okay.
And the truth of the matter is the prophetic attracts.
Okay.
The truth of the matter is true prophetic attracts. People get attracted to the prophetic calling. Okay. So going forward, I want to continue to be a revivalist, setting up the fire of revival in different places through the prophetic. Because there are places when you go to preach, it takes the prophetic to gather the crowd. Okay. So I look forward to using the prophetic gift as a tool to gather people for evangelistic ministry.
Amazing. So, well said. He desires to use the prophetic ministry as a tool to gather people into Christ. So, this is where we will end today's episode with Time with a Prophet. We would encourage you to subscribe to the channel, share, comment on the comment section. If there is anything you would want to ask, if anything baffled your mind in the course of the discussion, you can just let us know in the comment section. Prophet will attend to it in the next episode. God bless you. We would want you to stay tuned. In the next episode, we are going to bring to you a topical discussion about encounters. The prophet stated in the previous episodes that he encountered Christ, and we are going to let you know how encounters actually are. God bless you for staying with us. Bye bye.